Hello, colleagues. How are you? So, following our previous discussion where I was talking about bowel obstruction, our colleagues, some of them, they were asking how we can differentiate intestinal obstruction from fecal impaction. So here is a case that I just did with fecal impaction that I need you to appreciate. So if you look here, if you look there, you can see what we have here. You can see what we have here. So this is classical uh, fecal loading. This is fecal loading there. So you can see here the these contents in the intestine there, and you can see there's a dirty shadow as you go down like that. So you can not see, or you're not seeing the house markings. There's no keyboard sign. At the same time, there's no free fluid in the bowels, and then there's no acoustic enhancement posteriorly. In the bowels, you see they are very difficult to distinguish or to visualize. This is the shadow from the fecal matter and also the gas that is building up inside here. So you can appreciate it. So it should not be a problem for you guys to distinguish fecal or loading from an obstruction, because you can see bowel gas. There's a lot of bowel gas there. There's a lot of bowel gas and also fecal matter that you can appreciate there. There is no free fluid in between the bowel loops. So here, this is negative Tanga sign. As you can see there, there's negative Tanga sign. So you only see free fluid, mostly the small bowel, between the small bowels when you are dealing with a case of bowel obstruction. Look here, you can see the rectum there, and you can see there's also fecal load in the rectum with gas. So that's the rectum there. So you can see the rectum. I hope you can appreciate and see that it's very different. Obstruction and fecal loading are very, very different. Very, very different. But if you are not competent enough, or you have never seen the difference, you can mistake one for the other. You can, if you see these bowels which are distended like that, you can obviously think that maybe it's bowel obstruction. But bowel obstruction is not the same as fecal loading. So I hope now you've picked the silent markers that we use to distinguish the two. A number of you, when I uploaded a video where I was explaining bowel obstruction, they were asking how do we differentiate bowel obstruction from fecal loading. So I think the message is very clear, and the differences are very clear as well. So if you look here, if you try to put color, you don't see color flow around here. There's no color. Or if you put color on Doppler, there's no color flow. So fecal loading can happen without inflammation. So the bowel loops, they will be fine. they will be okay. So what we have here, what we are seeing here that I traced there, that's the rectum. So you can see that's the fecal matter there. So this is a fecal matter, and then the gas shadows. So these ones, they produce a very dead shadow, and it is difficult for us to see the distal aspect. So this distal aspect is, you can't see. So this is loading of fecal matter. So when someone is constipated and having fecal loading, this is the morphology or the configuration that you expect to see. So this is fecal loading. I hope you guys are taking notes and appreciating the differences. The differences are very clear, as you can appreciate or as you can see. If you still don't understand anything concerning the difference between intestinal obstruction and fecal loading, I presume or I assume that you are going to do the right thing. You are going to ask. I'm available to answer your questions. So thank you for your time. Don't forget to share, like. Thank you so much. Let's meet again in the next presentation.